Hello friends, welcome to AKS. Today we are dealing with the topic called spacewalk. See, we are discussing science and technology series. As a part of it, we are discussing space technology. So we have already discussed International Space Station. So what it is, there is a separate video you can watch for further better understanding of this topic. Now we are dealing with spacewalk. So what is spacewalk? An astronaut when gets out of the vehicle while in space, it is called spacewalk. It is also called extravehicular activity. See, for example, International Space Station. It has got some repair in this part, or you need to explore something. So you come out of this vehicle and do repairs for this. So this way of coming out and doing is called spacewalk. This is generally for 5 to 8 hours. Let us understand spacewalk in a question and answer format. Why do astronauts go on a spacewalk? For many reasons. First is science experiments. Second is experiments can be done on outside of the spacecraft. For that also scientists do spacewalk. And spacewalk also lets astronauts test new equipments. See, for example, some enthusiastic students like us have created an equipment which can stay in microgravity and can tolerate space environment. So that needs to be tested. So in that way, spacewalk can be done by these astronauts and test this kind of equipment. So how do astronauts go on a spacewalk? See, when on space, they wear space suits to keep themselves safe. See, as we have discussed, the environment is very hostile. So you need to have an artificial environment to protect yourselves from the harsh environment. So space suits serve the purpose well. So space suits have oxygen to breathe. As we know, the environment outside does not have oxygen. So oxygen needs to be carried and the space suits have oxygen in it. Suits are pressurized. That is, the environment is pressurized environment and so you have to be susceptible to that environment. So suits are designed in such a way that they are pressurized. The suits are filled with oxygen and breathing only oxygen gets rid of all nitrogen in the astronaut body. See, if at all the nitrogen comes in, there are bubbles formed and it is a serious damage. So the space suits only have oxygen. So such kind of measures are taken to protect the astronaut. Staying safe. See, for example, this is International Space Station. Apart from this, in the lower Earth orbit, there is nothing in and around. So it is very important, if the astronauts comes out for the spacewalk, he need to be stay connected to the space station. If at all he misses out, then the astronaut is in danger. So it is very important to stay close and be safe. So when on spacewalk, astronauts use safety tethers to stay close to the spacecraft. Safety tethers keep astronauts from floating away into space. Astronauts also use tether to keep tools from floating away. The training part. See, the astronauts have to stay in the space for months. So they have to be trained in such a way that they have to be susceptible to free floating, oxygen availability, and training is required how to spacewalk, etc. So astronauts practice spacewalk underwater in large swimming pool. It is called neutral buoyancy laboratory. That is, here we create an artificial environment called neutral buoyancy laboratory, wherein you train astronauts, because underwater and space environments are almost same, but they have their own differences, but they need some training. So they undergo training in underwater in large swimming pools. This is called neutral buoyancy laboratory. It's a proud moment for all of us that you can see the two women scientists have achieved this feat for the first time by name Christina Koch and Jessica Mayer. See, this is a proud moment for all of us because this was a all women team who have done repair to the International Space Station, and you can say this as women empowerment in space. See, it is very difficult environment and it is proven again that women are capable of doing anything. Their ambit has risen even to space. What have they done? See, space station systems require solar energy. The discharge unit batteries which needs solar energy needed repair. As we were discussing earlier, the International Space Station energy is derived from solar energy. So the solar panels had some issues and the discharge unit battery needed repair. So the women have come out and with the help of spacewalk they have done repairs to this equipment. As we have discussed, it takes 5 to 8 hours to do this and it's a very hostile environment. Any permutation and combination missed will cost lives of them. It was quite a difficult task to do and they have done it very successfully. The women space team which were in ISS had done the spacewalk and changed the batteries. The feat is only women scientists for the first time have done this. They have used carabiners which connect them with ISS, International Space Station. They were doing this feat at 408 kilometers at low Earth orbit in International Space Station. It was quite a significant achievement. So this is space station and this is carabiners which connects the astronauts with the space station. So in this way they do repairs to the space station. On this note, thank you very much. If you have any suggestions, feedbacks or comments, the comment box is open for you. Thanks again.